From the Premier League, what about La Liga? Because they're also shaking things up a little bit, Herc. President Javier Tebas of La Liga is predicting that the league will play regular season games. That's right, real regular season games in the United States as early as the 2025-2026 campaign. This is what he had to say. Quote, an official match in the U.S. will strengthen our position in the North American market, which is the second market for La Liga after Spain. Herc, real La Liga games coming stateside. Are you cool with it?
Oh, great. The producer did very well.
Yes.
Putting the way he did it, where we're going to talk about salary cap, and then we're going to talk about this, and we're going to hear Sebi change his tone and do a complete 180 very quickly here. I love this. I'm not cool with this. I don't even know where to start with this. We could start at what it does to the domestic product, right? Like La Liga coming into the U.S. market, and I'm not talking about Major League Soccer. Forget about them for a second. Think about USL. Think about the lower divisions. When you take away that attention, when you take away those sponsorships, where they're all of a sudden infringing in your territory type of deal. We could also talk about the player fatigue. We're going to take players in La Liga, oh, sure, they're millionaires, et cetera, whatever you want, from La Liga in Spain and make them fly across the world to the United States and play league games in an already congested schedule. Forget about their health. What do we care, right? They're just workers. And what about the sporting justice, Seb, here? What are we doing here, Seb, with the sporting justice? Think about this for a second.
He said sporting justice.
Yeah, think about this for a second, okay?
Oh my God, this guy said
Because
sporting
we're
justice.
doing NFL, NBA, all these games that want to go elsewhere, right? What do? You take a struggling market and you take their home game. You take their home game abroad. You know the difference is they don't have pro rel. So let's say they take Getafe, because you're certainly not going to get Real Madrid, Barcelona in the States. Neither one of those are going to give up their home game.
That.
Neither one of those are giving up their home game. You're going to take a Getafe versus Real Madrid, if you will. Well, Getafe, guess what? They could use those points. They could use their fan support. They could use that help so they don't get relegated. And what about those fans over there? You're just taking their game. Why? Because you're greedy? I mean, this is another cash grab. You who attack the millionaires, the whiny billionaires, you are seriously going to defend this.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't see who loses here.
Wow.
I don't see who loses here. I mean, is this Futbol España? Are you worried? Are you really doing a segment about the poor Getafe fans? That's your big concern here? Who loses?
Who loses?
The American soccer fan, the person that watches this show doesn't lose.
The players and the fans in Spain are going to lose. How about that?
This isn't a show about the players and the fans in Spain.
Wait. We have to cater to the U.S. market because we're a U.S. show.
Who should be worried about La Liga's fans?
You want me to lie to the people who are watching us because they're in the States? That's what you want me to do?
I want you to talk to your audience.
You think this is a good idea? You think it's a good idea for anybody?
For an American sports fan, this is brilliant.
In any single sense against the Super League, you should be against this, Seb. Why the sudden change of tune now?
What does this have to do with the Super League?
This is a cash grab, Seb. This is a cash grab. That's what it has to do with the Super League.
So is a closed system, Herc. So is MLS pulling out of Open Cup. Why are you going to draw the line here?
It's Major League Soccer, Seb. This is bad for the game.
How is this bad for the game? Is it bad for you and I in the media? Are we gonna have less opportunities because Barcelona comes to play? Is it bad for the American soccer fan?
Who is this good for, Seb? These billionaires.
It's great for the American soccer fan. There are much more La Liga fans in this country. There are much more Real Madrid and Barcelona fans than MLS fans and USL fans and every other fan.
And
those fans don't deserve to have a real game here?
There will be no domestic fans if you go down that route.
Really?
It will be the end of USL. It will be end of Major League Soccer. And this is what you want. When it comes to attacking Major League Soccer, you got no issue. And now you want to defend billionaires here?
Sorry, so you want to protect MLS and USL, who want to close their system and don't even want to compete. Forget about competing against each other. They don't even want to compete among themselves, Herc. We just talked about the salary cap. You want to see these two leagues that don't want to compete. Now we're talking about bringing in real competition, so they really have to work to hold on to their fans. And you want to say, no. You seriously think that MLS stadiums are going to be empty for one La Liga game?
They're not doing this to grow the game in the States. Don't be naive.
But that's going to happen, Herc. Whether they're doing whatever reason they're doing it for doesn't matter. It's going to happen.
Seb.
Sorry.
At what expense? At what expense? Huh?
Expense to who?
I just told you, Getafe and the players in La Liga.
The players in La Liga. The players in La Liga get well compensated to go on trips like
this.
There we
go. You forget about the workers, right? Turn that one around.
They get compensated for it.
Oh, come on, Seb.
So what's your complaint here? Is it sporting fairness or is it the players are too tired?
I just gave you a list. I gave you a list.
Go ahead, pick your track.
I gave you a list, Seb.
The players are too tired.
I gave you a list. This is
so
just
FIFA
bad.
Club World Cup, we're going to shut that down too?
This is more greed, Seb. This is more greed. And the fact that FIFA are catering to this
Everything
is just bad
in sport
news.
is greed,
This opens
Herc.
a Pandora's
Everything
box.
in sport is greed.
This opens a Pandora's box.